As we became better educated about the horrors, we also became better educated about animals as sentient creatures. Animal rights philosophy, particularly Tom Regan.
Like us, they bring a unified psychological presence to the world. Like us, they are some bodies, not some things.
Tom Regan was the philosopher that wrote The Case for Animal Rights, and it was the first full philosophical treatise on animal rights. The rationality and the logic and the compassion.
The philosophy of animal rights demands only that logic be respected, for any argument that plausibly explains the independent value of human beings implies that other animals have the same value and have it equally.
As far as individuals who had a huge influence on our ability to see the creatures as individuals, he was the one.
It is obvious that the animals used in laboratories, raised for food, and hunted for pleasure or trapped for profit, for example, are our psychological kin. This is not fantasy. This is fact, supported by our best science. The philosophy of animal rights stands for peace and against violence. But it is a philosophy that extends the demand for peace beyond the boundaries of our species. In these fundamental ways, the non-human animals in labs and on farms, for example, are the same as human beings. And so it is that the ethics of our dealings with them and with one another must rest on some of the same fundamental moral principles.
You know, you want to get jazzed up and you put on your favorite music. I would put on his speeches and I would listen to it. And I'd be, you know, yeah. You know, this is because it affirmed everything that we kind of knew in our hearts and knew in our heads, but no one had ever given it a scholarly framework.
We're bringing attention to the issue. We're kind of forcing it in people's faces because a lot of people don't want to listen, and we're doing it with love and respect.
People are starting to finally become not only aware, but actually saying no more and wanting to educate more people about this.
I just feel very, very strongly to do these marches, to bring out awareness to all people around the world, to support animals. They have no voice. So we're here for their voice.
Animals deserve to be free! Just like us! Animals deserve to live! Just like us!
We have almost 1,000 activists here. We have people from Germany, from Australia, from the Netherlands, and from all around the United States to build a social justice movement to speak up for the animals who can't speak for themselves to the humans that are oppressing them. A lot of us became vegans alone. I didn't have any friends. None of my family were vegan. I was the first vegan I knew when I went vegan. And when you see other people, and not just a few other people, but an entire street filled with other people who are as passionate about the rights of animals as you are, you get braver, you get more committed, your voice gets louder. And together we just create this megaphone amplification of the justice that animals deserve.
There are 50 billion animals that are slaughtered every year in the world for consumption. And that works out, I mean, if my math is right, 80,000 a minute are being slaughtered for food. And so, as animal rights advocates, what we want to do is what we're saying is we oppose what's being done to these animals. The major industries, animal abusing industries that turn animals into food, turn them into clothes, turn them into performers, turn them into competitors, turn them into tools. As animal rights advocates, we oppose what's being done to these animals. As animal rights advocates, we want to intervene. As animal rights advocates, we want to help, and as animal rights advocates, by God, we want to stop what's being done to animals.
Animals' lives are their rights. We have just begun to fight. Animals' lives are their rights. We have just begun to fight.
I think the wonderful thing about our sense of morality is that a lot of the answers to these questions are already within us. We just have to change and think about, what if I ask this question about a human? Is there any humane way to kill a human that doesn't want to die? I mean, your inner voice screams out, of course not. And so all of these things are already built within us when we just think about those that we already include in our moral community. What if we included pigs in our moral community? What if we included cows in our moral community? Clearly, we already know the answer to a lot of these philosophical questions.
We know nothing about what is beneficial to other animals. We know nothing scientifically about what is harmful, detrimental to other animals. Where are these people living? In the end, then, what I sense is the following: that the issues have not been joined, that there is still the lingering suspicion, and I dare say belief, that we are the master species. Oh, we have rights. It's the rest of creation that doesn't. Thank you very much.